The year is 1980. The city, Osaka, in the back of a takoyaki shop sits an aspiring mangaka, reading this week's copy of Shonen Sunday, unaware of the large-scale change that this year will bring, not only to himself, but the art world he inhabits. And as we continue through this series, we do see major growth of character and the portrait of a young artist. But this video isn't about him, rather one of his classmates, Hideaki Anno. From the first time we see him, we can tell that the world will change. Sure, perhaps the depiction of him in Aoi isn't the most visually accurate, but I think it speaks volume to the image he has in hindsight. Hideaki Anno is one of the most influential creators to come from Japan, being among the ranks of Hayao Miyazaki and Osamu Tezuka. While not as famous as either in the West, the fact that the word director is virtually synonymous with Anno in Japan speaks volumes to how popular he is. Hideaki Anno was born and raised in the city of Ube in the Yamaguchi prefecture of Japan. During his childhood, it was a huge industrial city, full of life and interest. But as the economy slowed down, so did the city. It remained as a husk of its former self. When Anno returned in 2000, he was on a TV show, Extracurricular Lessons with Senpai, which has one of the most amazing clips of Anno just doing his thing. And this combined with some of these other moments, we see a completely new Hideaki Anno that wasn't apparent through his filmography, like this line, "You loved watching the stars." We begin to see the emergence of Anno as a person. Unlike the depiction of him in Shirobako or Aoi, we really see that he is more than just his passions, more than a creator. Anno seems to have a sincere love for the city of Ube. Shortly after his appearance on Extracurricular Lessons with Senpai, he began production on his second live-action film, Shikijitsu, which starts off with this beautiful cut, which, in my eyes, shows everything Anno loved about his hometown. Anno states that back then this city was booming, it was still a let's go period. And this is not only reflected in Shikijitsu, but also in the way that he has depicted acting towards his works in both Aoi and Insufficient Direction. And when all of these things are paired with the ending of Shin Gojira, it creates a clear vision of what Anno desires from the world. To make the best things possible, and to take the same ideas and iterate upon them with newfound knowledge. And that pursuit of knowledge is one thing that is persistent throughout all of his works, searching for new perspectives and techniques, with which he attempts to change the world, and that's seen in everything from Daikon to Eva, Love and Pop and Godzilla. It is a spirit that needs to be carried on into the new generations. And when we talk about Anno as a member of the industry, he is unlike anyone else. Lest you count Miyazaki, being the core member of the founders of Gainax. And had it not been for Anno becoming a creator, the current anime industry would be very different. Where creators like Shinichiro Watanabe or Takeshi Koike would have never made the works that they're best known for due to the high levels of financial risk in creating such works. And how someone like Yauko Nabada would have never made her way into it had Anno not pushed the boundaries as far as he had done. While to the Western audience, the works of Studio Khara are often inconsequential. They look to primarily be the last remaining touch of original content within the industry. And this is extremely ironic, that a company born out of the commerciality of a franchise would be where most of the original ideas for anime come from. But that's the world we're in now. With the increasing levels of risk in trying to create original series, we see the emergence of Studio Khara as a bastion with things like the Japan Animator Expo. And especially in this evolution of technique that we see in works like Cassette Girl. Hideaki Anno, love him or hate him, is one of the most interesting creators currently, and he'll likely hold that title after his death as well. If you're a translator and you're looking to help translate a pretty obscure manga, hit me up at the email in the description. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and consider supporting me on Patreon if you want to see more videos like this. Shout out to Joe from Pause and Select for his manga editing video, and be sure to check out my podcast with the Pedantic Romantic.